guys? Part 3 of watching the videos.
It just stopped randomly again.
Brody, stop. So this other time, Kyle, who was engaged to my sister at the time, dared me to stand on his hands so he could lift me all the way up because fun. He was older, therefore all-knowing, so I said okay. So Kyle, who was like 6 feet tall, lifted little 4-foot Bryson up.
His
arms were fully extended, which added like an extra 2 feet. So my head was 12 feet in the air. And to a 9-year-old, that's basically in space. Anyways, as I'm up there, I lose my balance. I tried to use the wall to stabilize myself, but I failed instantly, and I fell down head first. Kyle watched me falling to my death and activated his marine powers to catch me by the ankle. And I kid you not, there were 6 inches of clearance between the floor and my head. Had Kyle been 1 second later, I would have totally died. Kyle later told me that as I was falling, he thought, I can't enter the family like this. Hey guys, I'm so excited to finally marry Brittany and be part of the family. I love you guys so much. So anyway, I killed Bryson. Nice. Brody, stop. This next story is the real reason I made this video, because it was the most dangerous. You could argue that I would have survived the other 2 stories. That cabinet would only have broken a few bones. Or, you could survive falling 12 feet directly onto your head. Maybe. But this next story is the real deal. I would 100% have died. Cool. Brody! Stop. Mom and Dad weren't home and it was raining outside. My brother Braden must have been bored, so he told me to come with him across the street because... Okay. Anyway, we crossed the street in the rain when all of a sudden, lightning struck nearby. The sound shattered the air and shook me to the core. I was only like 5, so this really scared me. I started crying and running back to the house. I ran to the middle of the road when suddenly my foot planted to the ground and I froze where I was. Right then, a car sped right in front of me. I was shocked, but I unfroze and ran into the safety of the house. I watched through a window as a very scared Braden walked back to the house. He had watched me almost die after all. Just then, the car that almost hit me pulled in front of him, and the lady driving the car scolded Braden and yelled at him for my mistake, which was super rude because 1, it wasn't Braden's fault, and 2, that lady was the one going way over the speed limit in a neighborhood. Braden came back to the house and things started to calm down, but I started to think about what had just happened. Then the thought occurred, why had I stopped? I was running to the house and I hadn't seen the car and I had no intention of stopping. It felt like I had been stopped. And I stayed there for a solid second, and had I continued running in that second, the car would have totally hit me. So the question remains, was I stopped by some guardian angel, or was it just luck? I don't know, but whatever it was, I'm glad I'm not dead. Yet. Several Brysons were almost harmed in the making of this video. Please subscribe so he doesn't die from Brysons? And also, follow his Twitter and his Instagram and buy his merch. And guys, February 20th was the channel's 3-year anniversary. Also, my 19 years of life anniversary is coming up on March 12th. I hope you guys like this story. I'm going to be trying to post monthly from now on, so we'll see how that goes. Quality over quantity, baby. I guess this story is kind of a cliffhanger, because you never know when I could die. Will Bryson survive to live another day, or will the underworld finally catch him in their evil clutches? Find out next month on Hamminations. By the way, studies show that you're less likely to die if you subscribe. Okay, bye.
Okay, so we're gonna watch comedy. Comedy, 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 comedy.
Our great aunt was a cheerleader. And even though she's gone, we set up all her old stuff in her room to honor her.
Unfortunately for the target, she's coming back to get it.
Let's walk the prank.
So for this prank, we made up a story that Bailey and Dusty have a great aunt who used to live in this house. She was a cheerleader who passed away 60 years ago. And we're gonna tell our target that this was her high school bedroom, and it hasn't changed since. We've decorated it with all kinds of creepy items that look really old. Think it's haunted?
Your name's Paige?
Yeah. What's your name again?
Bailey.
Nice to meet you. And
Dusty.
awesome.
Meet Paige. She thinks she's here to babysit Bailey and Dusty.
Want to know something really weird about this place?
Yeah.
So our great uncle, he grew up here with his sister.
She's beautiful.
She passed away.
Oh, yeah.
She was a cheerleader.
That's
But
so
the
cool.
really weird thing is, he kept her room exactly the same. It's so cool.
It's so, you find that cool? You like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's so, like 2 days ago, I took some of her earrings, which are right here, and I wore them to school.
Oh
They're
no.
very pretty.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And then last night I had a nightmare. So she came to me and told me that I had to give them back. So I feel like I kind of should.
Maybe you should put them back.
Can you go? Will you help me?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
That was a big mistake, Paige, because now we get to take you upstairs into the room and let the fun begin.
Whoa.
See, everything's the same as it was.
Oh wow.
This was the school she went to, I'm assuming. And I'm assuming those were her dolls and her bed.
Ooh.
It's kind of creepy, right?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna put the
Yeah, let's put
earrings
the
back.
earrings
Yeah, let's put the earrings back and get out. Yep.
Oh, we'll put the earrings away, Paige, but you're not getting out of here for a while.
Did you take that from here? Let's put everything.
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
Let's get out of this room.
I'm kind of.
It's okay. I'm sure it's
I'm
just
kind
the
of-
house. It's old.
Did you close the box?
Okay. Close the box. Let's close the box. Let's get out of the room.
The spring probably just.
It's old. It's probably just because it's old.
It's not because it's old, Paige. It's because it's haunted.
I did not know this phone was. Guys, it's not even plugged in. No, I'm scared. I'm scared.
You just walked the break. You're on a hidden camera break.
Oh my god!
Oh, I almost cried. I'm so scared.
Oh, that was scary.
Oh, those eco-friendly shoes everyone's talking about.
Kind of expensive, but all right.
This happened about a year ago, and my longtime Twitter peeps may remember it because, of course, almost getting run over by a car is something you're obligated to live tweet. So one afternoon, after a long day of being a workaholic shut-in, I decided to stop off at my local grocery store. Now those that know me know that I'm very creepy. I'm very observant. I like to people watch sometimes. It's usually to get ideas for characters and stories. And this particular day, as I was walking in the grocery store, I came across a remarkable looking gentleman. This is important to the story, trust me. He was tall, round, wore rectangular glasses, was kind of thinning up top, and had a very distinct broom mustache. For the animation nerds out there, kind of like Eric Goldberg, only taller and less cuddly. I made a small mental note about him and carried on with my shopping. When I was done, I paid and walked my basket out the